If you are dreaming to create and sell digital products in 2025, you're feeling stuck and a little scared on where to even start or how to even do it, you don't need a dozen of platforms to create and sell digital products. Honestly, for creating, you only need one, and that beauty is Riverside. Today, I'm going to be walking you through 5 different digital products that you can create using Riverside, who is also the sponsor of today's video, and thank you so much. We'll talk about them throughout the entire video as I show you how to create every single one of these digital products. The first digital product I want to talk to you about are workshops. Now, I personally have my own workshop that I am selling that's all about creating and selling digital products. It's like 2 hours long, a Q&A at the end, and tons of resources included inside. I wish I would have known about Riverside before creating this workshop because, oh my goodness, it would have been so much easier, which I will show you here in a minute. The idea of workshops are usually educational. You're trying to teach something, but more in one long form video versus like a course where you're going to teach in multiple lessons, multiple modules. These can be super profitable because a workshop is not as intensive as a course, but because it is a lower barrier entry for people, then you will most likely get more sales than if you were selling a course for thousands of dollars. And so those sales do add up. And so it's a really great way to make a pretty decent income. But let's walk through actually how to create one. Obviously, before you jump into something like Riverside, you need to plan and script out your workshop. So for me, I use Notion for all of this. I will, write out my basic outline, and then usually once I do that, I'll start like filling in the gaps of all the content I actually want to say. I do so much better when I'm not following a script verbatim. Now, if I'm doing like a voiceover style workshop or something like that, a script might be helpful. I could just read it, but when I'm delivering it via video like I am right now, I have a list of points I want to hit. I might even have it written out so that I can myself read it, and then I deliver it whatever comes out naturally on camera. So you want something like that. So when you're recording your workshop, then you have like an outline ready to go. My printer is like possessed or something. Are you done now? So now for the fun part, we're actually gonna jump into Riverside and create said workshop. So the first thing we're gonna do is actually record directly in Riverside. So we're gonna hit this record button and it's gonna roll out the red carpet as it said, but it's gonna open up this part here. I actually have my camera off here. Let me show you. Oh, hey, don't look at the mess behind me. But we are going to make the selections that we need. Who is the host? Am I using headphones? Am I not? You're gonna choose your camera, your microphone, etc. And then you're gonna select Join Studio. So this is just bringing you into your studio inside Riverside. And then I don't have a guest, obviously. I'm recording this myself, so I'm gonna take that off. And then I am here ready to record my workshop. Obviously, this would be cleaner. My husband and I are finishing our basement downstairs. His office will be there. Until then, we've been sharing, and so soon this will look a lot cuter. But anyway, so inside here, you obviously have tons of options, but mainly you start recording. As long as you have your camera and your audio and all of that set up, you can record it directly in here and just make it fun and casual, and then you will be able to edit it, so don't worry. So I'm just gonna record like a quick little bit so that way you can see how to edit it. So let's see. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome to my workshop. This is super awkward, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, got my workshop done. Wow, so easy. Let's go. So now we are here where you can actually edit your recording. So you can either select edit right here on the thumbnail of the video, or go down to the bottom right and there's a few more options and you can select edit there. We'll go ahead and do that. And then once you are in the editing screen, if you edit videos at all, this is gonna look pretty familiar. Oh, my face, that's something fun. This is gonna look pretty familiar to you, but there's so many things that you can do directly here in Riverside. They have an AI producer option where you can do so many different things. You can enhance the audio, which will literally sound like you're in a fancy studio. You can magic mute. So if you're like doing an interview or something like that, you can have it mute when the people are not talking, just so it's really silent. There's no background noise when somebody else is talking. You can smooth the speech. You can set the pace, lots of different things. I won't go into every single detail because this is something you can play around with, and I can totally do like a more tutorial style video in the future if you would like. So if you're familiar with like Reels editor, CapCut, anything like that, it's pretty self-explanatory as far as, you know, you can click here, hit the split button, do it again, click the split button, or I think S is the other option. Yeah, so, and then you can just easily delete. You can, you know, drag, oops. You can drag the files this way. I mean, you can add images. It's literally just like an editing platform. So you not only can record your workshop directly in here, but then you can also do like the editing that you need for a workshop, especially in here. Don't worry, I'll breeze through the rest a little bit quicker, but the next one is courses. So obviously if you're wanting to create a course, you would do something similar as I just showed you with the workshop, except you're going to be doing it multiple times. So a course, normally the videos are a little bit shorter than like maybe one full workshop, and you're going to do multiple different lessons and modules. So maybe per module, you'll do like 4 videos, and those 4 videos are like 10 minutes a piece, something like that. And so you can record every single one of them in here. You can edit them in here as well. Now, the cool thing about recording your courses in a platform like Riverside is that there are so many new AI features within Riverside that can make editing so much faster. So not only can you have it delete all the spaces and even refine it so far as to like remove ums and just those like extra filler words that we all like to say.
Hi, I'm Shelby, and then I'm going to take a pause. And now I'm going to talk about something different. And I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about that. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Shelby, and then I'm going to take a pause, and now I'm going to talk about something different. And I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about that. Thank you so much.
Beyond just like the editing features, it can also produce keywords, titles, chapters, and even write a full summary of the videos. So when you're actually uploading your course to whatever platform you want to host it in, then you can just copy and paste all that information, and you're not sitting there writing a summary of the video or writing the keywords or having to worry about any of that like metadata. It also allows you to download the full transcript. So if you want to make it accessible or even upload like subtitles or something on another platform, then you can do that. But also within editing on Riverside, you can add captions automatically and can, you know, change the various different ways of doing that. So that is something to keep in mind as well. Like there's so much that you can do all within this platform. Something else that I think is really neat about how it will produce like the summary or the transcript and everything like that is like with a course and even a workshop, a lot of times we want to provide some sort of like written workbook or something along with it, something that people can print off or fill out, or maybe it's like a Notion page with a database. So what you could do is take the summary they created or the full transcript and then go somewhere like ChatGPT or even Notion AI and ask it to take all of this information and create a worksheet from it. And if you're going to be using like a Notion database, you can even tell ChatGPT to actually produce step-by-step instructions for you to create a worksheet within a Notion page with databases, etc. And it will just tell you step-by-step what to do in Notion. But for ease, you could say, hey, create a workbook for this section of this course, and it will literally produce like questions with lines, and then you can just copy and paste that over to like a Canva document, or even keep it super simple and export it as a PDF or put it in a Notion page or whatever. So very, very simple, and Riverside just makes it that much easier. So next on my list is webinars. So the difference between like a webinar and a workshop is, one, a webinar is usually actually live. So workshops can be live, but 9 times out of 10, if you're selling it as a product, it's going to be pre-recorded, or maybe it was live, but you're selling the like recording of it. Whereas like a webinar, if I hear the term webinar, I'm expecting it to be like a virtual event where the person's actually there and you can, comment and talk to them. The great thing about Riverside, I know they're sponsoring this video, but they're actually like super dope, I promise. So another cool thing about Riverside is that you can actually do a live right within it. And not only that, if you're wanting to host this webinar in multiple places, maybe Twitch or YouTube or something like that, you can actually have it running on all platforms at the same time. And they have a chat feature where you can just be focusing on the chat within Riverside. And when you receive those comments from various different places, whether that be YouTube or Riverside or Twitch, it will actually tell you that it's coming from those places. And when you respond, it will respond on all platforms. So it makes it very, very easy for creators to have like one spot, like a hub, being able to be available though to their audiences everywhere. So a lot of times too, a webinar is free. So it's not necessarily always something that you're going to sell, but it might lead to something you're selling that's a higher ticket price. So a webinar could be kind of a stepping stone or a summary of something that you're talking about in your course. And then at the end of the webinar, those who joined the live event can get a discount in your course. So you can sell webinars, be like a kind of a webinar live workshop, and then that be the product itself. But a lot of times I see them as like a free like lead magnet to what you are actually offering. So I want to quickly show you. Okay, so we're back at the homepage here, and I just want to quickly show you how you can do a live stream. So we're going to go to record like we did before, and you're going to go through the same steps again and hit join studio. There's literally just a simple change that you have to do to make it a live stream, and that's up here at the top. You'll select this live stream off, and you are going to essentially turn it on, and this will allow you to have an audience link that you can then send to people. And as you can see, you can stream it to the various different social platforms. And so all you would have to do at this point is copy and paste this link and send it off to people. But it's very, very simple. They make it very user-friendly because, at least for me, I have never done a live stream, and I have a lot of anxiety around doing a live stream, and probably will be something I do in the future at some point in time when I feel comfortable. But I love that Riverside makes it so easy and simple because it just takes a little bit of those nerves away, that I know I have like a trusted platform that's going to make it simple for me and for the viewers, because that's the biggest fear, right? Like that you're going to get on a live stream and all of these technical issues are going to happen. And I just feel less likely for that to happen using something like Riverside. So we're on to number 4 now, and that is exclusive podcasts. Now you might be wondering, like, who's going to pay for a podcast? But a lot of people do. Sure, there's tons of free podcasts available online all the time. However, especially if you already have this very dedicated audience who love learning from you or just hearing what you have to say, they will pay and support you to get more content from you. So if you're already really pushing it and you are putting podcasts out, YouTube videos, Instagram content, TikTok content, and you want to provide more to your audience, but like you don't got the bandwidth unless, you have a return of investment, then having an exclusive podcast is great. You can host it on something like, Patreon or whatever you want to do. And essentially it's like having a membership. And I currently use StanStore to sell all of my digital products, and they actually have a membership platform right inside StanStore where not only you can like charge the recurring fee, but actually host the membership too. So that's where you could host your exclusive podcast, once a month, twice a month, whatever. You're going to be posting a podcast that's only available to those within this community, within this membership. So you could charge like $10 a month, make it very affordable, low entry, and they'll get access to an exclusive podcast. Maybe they can pay $20 a month to get exclusive podcast and something else. So that is an option as well, and something that would be really easy to do directly here again in Riverside. You can record, edit the podcast, all the same things that you did with the workshop, the course. You can do that directly in here. It can be audio only, it can be video podcast, you can do interviews in here, all of the things. So we're on to number 5, which is paid trainings. So this would be something where like you are almost offering more of a service, but in a digital format. So instead of, having a generalized course or workshop, somebody could buy this paid training from you where they provide you all the information you asked for. Maybe you have like a questionnaire with their business type, the issues they're having, and of course it would go back to something you have knowledge in. And then using Riverside, you could record a paid training. And this can be in any niche. It doesn't have to be the niche I'm in where you're like teaching them how to build a business or whatever. It can literally be anything. So whether I'm working on courses, trainings, podcasts, Riverside really does it all. It just really is a professional tool that you can rely on without being bogged down by all the tech, because tech is scary, especially for beginners. So if you just don't want the headache, Riverside is for you. If you decide you would like to upgrade and start paying for Riverside and use it in your business, then you can also get a 15% discount. The link will be in the description. The biggest thing is to get the 15% off, you need to make sure to use my link. So don't forget to, come back to the video to get the link or save the link somewhere so that when you do upgrade, you get the 15% off. Now, I have one question and then I'll let you go. What digital product out of the list of 5 did you find most interesting? What questions do you have about those various things? And do you have other digital products you're interested in that you want me to do videos about? Let me know in the comments. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.